MLB The Show 22 is less than 2 months away, man. Early April, right around the corner. Let's start breaking down some features I am dying to see in MLB The Show and some changes I'm hoping we see happen this year. In case you haven't missed MLB The Show 22, it has been announced, and it's going to be coming out on April 5th. Or April 1st if you get the deluxe edition. I break down all the pre-orders, everything we know about the cover and the release in the video you see at the top of your screen right now. If you want some more information on that, click that link, pause this video, come back to this one. We're going to be breaking down new features I want to see, and as we're going through, definitely hit me up down in the comments with what you're wanting to see different in MLB The Show 22. I know for a fact SDS has a whole team based around feedback. There's one thing they do well. They do take in feedback and make changes to the game from that. Even at this close to the game cycle, they're still fine-tuning a lot of things. So there's a chance if you're commenting down below, SDS could see it. So let me know down below what you want to see. Let's chat about it. First off out the gate, this one doesn't even really need to be said, but can we please save event lineups? I don't want to go through and create the same event lineup over and over and over, especially once you get a lot of cards. It does take time to go through there. And if I'm trying to parallel people, work on progress on that front, get specific missions done, let me just save my event lineup, okay? Thank you. On to the next. Next, we do have a brand new mode already confirmed, mini seasons. We don't know much about it, but we know it's going to be changing with new rewards throughout the year. I know a lot of people have been speculating this could be a weekend league mode coming to Diamond Dynasty. Personally, I think it's going to be a little bit different than that and look like squad battles from Madden Ultimate Team. What could that look like in Diamond Dynasty? My man Scuffy has been putting together some incredible concepts over the years for MLB The Show and new features they'll be adding. And he had a concept called Squad Rivals that I think is going to look really similar to what mini seasons is. Let's dive into it. So the main concept is it's an offline DD mode where you're playing against other players, Diamond Dynasty teams. We already kind of have that with extra innings, but imagine extra innings where you're getting rewarded in players for playing that. So you can see in this one right here in this example, we have 90 overall postseason Daniel Murphy as reward. You go through, you complete missions and moments, and you play against these other teams in 9-inning games, and you're awarded progress points as you knock out these missions, as you win these games. You're getting stubs, you're getting packs along the way, and then of course at the end, that all accumulates into the player reward. This could be a fun additional program to the game. You could update every 2 to 3 weeks with another player at the end. As we get deeper into the game cycle as well, I mean, even early on, the pack stubs and nice players can be really rewarding. Those can be some really awesome fun rewards, and more importantly, give something for the offline players to really do. You can only play Conquest so many times. You can only grind parallels and versus CPU so much. We need some rewarding mode for offline players. As much as I play and love online, I do love an offline grind as well, and I know that's a player base that has felt a little neglected in this game. Scuffy's even added another layer to it in his concept where you get rewarded based off how you perform in the game. Then there's an overall leaderboard for how you perform within these rival games, and you could have awesome rewards for that. Additional player rewards, packs, stubs. You could even take some of the rewards that you see in our Challenge of the Week series, throw those into something like Squad Rivals, and that could be a really awesome rewarding experience. Again, similar to solo battles in MUT, where you're going against other players' team, and how you perform ranks you. The better you perform, the better you play, the better rewards you get. I see this being a regularly updated mini season series with new requirements and opponents every couple weeks, leading to, of course, new player rewards as well. Next little thing I'd love to see as a market guy myself, spending a lot of time on the market, especially with the roster updates, give me the opportunity to save cards to favorite cards and be able to have a specific subset of cards within the marketplace that I can look. If there's a handful of guys that I'm tracking for potential roster updates, let me bookmark 5 of those, be able to go through and see their prices at any point in time without having to individually look those up. We have that on the app, the MLB The Show 21 Marketplace app. That is on there. It'd be cool if they have that implemented in game. And the concept we have here called the scouting report, simply add them to the scouting report. They get a little icon on their player card, and then we can easily filter within the marketplace for those cards. Would be a much needed addition. Next thing I want to touch on, man, is rank seasons. Honestly, rank seasons has been pretty much the same concept since MLB The Show 17, with minimal changes at all until this last year. We had the ranked seasons program, which was pretty bare bones at the end of the day. Gave you another opportunity and avenue to get those World Series rewards, but also induced a lot of people just quitting the game too. And there was no reason to play once you got to 900 rating in any past MLB The Show, but especially this year. I'd like to see some revamps to that. And I think, of course, one of the biggest things, it's one of the things people want the most. It is a weekend league concept in MLB The Show, obviously popularized by the EA games, Madden, FIFA. Super huge on that front. I'd love to see it in MLB The Show. We need more reasons to play online, and we need more rewarding reasons to play online. So if we could implement a weekend league where there are new player rewards within there, packs, stubs, things of that nature. Of course, all the players sellable on the market, so you wouldn't be gatekeeping necessarily any of these cards behind a skill wall, so to speak, because we know that's something that SDS doesn't want to do. But just something that entices and encourages you to play more throughout the year. I think it could be something as simple as if at any point through between Monday and Thursday night you reach a 700 rating in ranked seasons, you automatically qualify for that weekend's weekend league. Then you get a 15 game schedule to go against, and then of course, for the certain amount of wins you get within that league, you can have rewards such as we see here: 12 wins for the Schwarber, 16 for that Jacob deGrom, and then of course additional awards on top of that for the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many ranked you want to go. Additional stub and pack rewards for those players. Again, it's just something to entice people to play further. And honestly, I wouldn't hate if we moved all ranked seasons rewards behind something like a weekend league, then made ranked seasons not necessarily more casual, but more of a cosmetic based rewarded type of environment, where instead of sweating to 900 and then stopping playing at all, you have a reason to continue playing because you want to continue to qualify for the weekend league each week. And then two, we could have some really awesome cosmetic items within a ranked seasons program. We see that a lot with Rocket League, very cosmetic based. Imagine you get to 1100 rating in a certain ranked seasons program, or so many wins within a program, and you get an Easton Stealth bat skin or an old school Louisville Slugger bat skin, and they added metal bats into the game. I would be sweating my butt off if I could get a metal bat skin in MLB The Show. I don't care what anybody says. If it's corny or cheesy arcadey, I think it would be incredible. You could further that with different uniform items and patches, different hats your players could wear, entire uniforms that could be equipped on your Diamond Dynasty team. You could add stadium props, man. There is a whole world of things you could add to ranked seasons to still make it rewarding to play and entice and encourage people to play that. Because right now, again, you get the 900 rating, you get your 40 wins, and you're done with ranked. No reason to play it anymore. No desire to play it anymore. A lot of that would be improved with better gameplay, but I think there's some things they could do content-wise to improve that as well. And if we kind of shifted to a weekend league, it would be mad sweaty. It would be difficult, but it would be a more rewarding experience during that time, as you can really show off your skills and be rewarded with top tier content and rewards. Back onto the content side of things, number 5 on our list here of things I want to see is more limited time cards and content. Now, I don't mean that in the sense that you have a very limited time to obtain it and you can no longer obtain it after that. I'm talking about the Wander Prospect version getting boost for that limited amount of time when he got his call up. We had the Tatis breaking the unwritten rules back in MLB The Show 20, and then his face of the franchise was juiced out for 2 days. I want to see more of that. Obviously, we have the Player of the Month Lightning cards that represents how people do during that moments, but highlight some specific games. If somebody goes off and has a no-hitter, let their live series be a 99 for 2 days, and then you can earn a Juice Tops Now version of that card as well, or a Player of the Month, or anything of that nature. But these kind of pop-up dynamic content experiences, man, those are so cool. It gets people talking, it gets people chatting, and it keeps people interested in the game if we have an environment that's constantly evolving versus everything being so set in stone. I like some variance. I like some variabilities. I want things to change. I want things to adjust. I want things to feel new and be new. I think we have a chance to do that with some more limited time cards. I'd love to see that implemented for live series cards, even if it's just like one player a week used to a 99 as their live series, or whatever the current power scale in the game is. Obviously not a 99 in April, but they get juiced to the current power scale of the game for a week or a couple days. That could be so cool. Keep lineups fresh, keep content fresh, and give us something new to do and use in game. People love the Tatis limited. We love the Wander limited. Let's have more of that going into MLB The Show 22. On to item number 6. This one's not a one people talk about a lot, but I want to see better legend cards in MLB The Show 22. Obviously, we have incredible current day players headlined by the finest series that gives us so many awesome usable versions of current day players. And don't get me wrong, I love using current day players. We had a while where there was no usable current day players in past MLB The Shows. We have a much better balance with that now. I love being able to rock out Cedric Mullins and Max Muncy and Freddie Freeman and players of that nature, because it's fun, it's relatable. Those are players we get to see play every day, day in and day out. But I'd love some more usable versions of legends as well. Back in MLB 18, I know it's a bit of a sore subject, but back in MLB 18, we had the immortal card types in that game. Those were the definitive in-game card types. I don't want a definitive in-game card type in MLB The Show 22, but imagine if after Team Affinity 5 this year, they came out and re-released an immortal for every single team through Team Affinity 6 and got us some cards of some guys who maybe didn't quite reach the 99 overall caliber as a legend, and gave them an in-game high-tier usable version. A guy like Tom Glavine, Jorge Posada, Andrew Jones, Greg Maddux, Mike Schmidt, George Brett, players of that nature. Imagine a card of those juiced to the level that we get with finest cards. There's a reason finest cards one of the most popular releases every year, because they're juiced and they're fun to use. I'd love to see that on the legend front as well, to give us that balance there. And again, it's not about making finest worse, it's about making other legends better so we can have these usable versions. Because right now, the only real legends you see are inner circle Hall of Famers like Babe Ruth, Mantle, Griffey, Chipper Jones, players of that nature. I'd like to see that expanded on, especially as we get into the January, February months. Let's go crazy with it. Let's have fun. I want a longer game cycle overall so we can really enjoy this game of MLB The Show for a longer period, instead of getting to the winter months like we do now and it just completely dies out. All right, now the last really main change I want to see here in Diamond Dynasty is bring back the XP reward path. I know it had a bunch of issues back in MLB 19, back in 20. It released a ton of in-game cards into the game very, very early, and I don't necessarily want that. But even if we had an XP reward path that didn't have players within it, or they were players that unlocked evolution programs that scaled as the year went on, that would be awesome. We really did lack that one really long grind throughout the year that we had in MLB The Show 21. And I think that turned a lot of people off from playing. You'd complete the inning program and then feel like if you were playing more on top of that, you would simply just be wasting your time. So I'd love to see the XP reward path come back, change it up a little bit so we don't get Corey Kluber or Clayton Kershaw on day one like we did in 19 and 20. But still make it rewarding enough where it's worthwhile to grind, and it's something that we can slowly progress on as we move throughout the course of the season, so that players can feel like they're constantly being rewarded for what they do. None of what they're doing is going to waste, and we can have long-term goals to go for. And the XP reward path could be insanely long. We could have a bronze, silver, gold, and diamond tier, and then you can have another 5 tiers on top of that. That's parallel 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 XP reward path. Imagine a 9-tiered XP reward path that take a very long time to go through, but could be chock full of some of the best rewards in the game. Very, very rewarding for you, and just reward the players who are putting in the time and playing the game throughout the year. And then in addition to that, bring back the stars for the inning program. If y'all know me from MLB The Show 20, man, I love grinding the inning programs. And that grind just wasn't the same this year. And it wasn't necessarily the XP part of it, but mixed in with the people able to glitch the inning programs for the first 3 months and complete them in 30 minutes to an hour, along with the fact that not much content would be released on inning program days at all. It led to really lackluster inning programs in general. The inning program bosses were fine, but the feeling of inning program days, the feeling of being excited to get all this cool, new, awesome content, it just wasn't there this year with the inning programs. I think it was a mixture of how people were able to complete them so fast, and then a lack of content on those days. Give us the conquest map, give us the player program, give us the showdown, allow people to be able to complete it quickly if they're putting in that 8 to 9 hours on day one and playing legit and having a real approach to it. Otherwise, we just get a point this year where it's difficult to complete, and then people are just able to exploit the game to complete it more quickly and reap the rewards from that, instead of, again, rewarding the players who are putting in the time and playing the game a lot. So those are the 8 things I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing changed in MLB The Show 22. Really just a Diamond Dynasty and content perspective. But let me know what you are looking for, even if it's gameplay, if it's Road to the Show, it's a franchise. I know we didn't touch on any of those in this video. Let's chat about those down in the comment section below. And as always, y'all enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with everything happening for MLB The Show 22. As soon as these feature premieres roll out, we are going to be breaking them down every single time, so you can stay on top of everything happening. Until next time, catch y'all around.